Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Take Me to the Cloud podcast. With me, I have Senior VP of Business Development, John Shepperson from SWK Technologies, as well as Solution Architect, Joe Tortorella. Take it away, guys.
Thanks, Kim.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. So, at SWK, we implement ERP systems every day with our mid-market customers in distribution and manufacturing. And we find that every single customer we work with, inventory visibility is important. And in today, the whole reason inventory visibility is important is because of the customers, not our customers, but our customers' customers. Because we call it the Amazon effect. So, we're all used to being able to click a button, get something to our house in a day or two, right? And that's permeated our society now to where business customers of distributors and manufacturers are expecting the same kind of service. So it's really important that a customer service rep be able to know where inventory is, and if they don't have it, they need to know when they can get it so that sale is not lost. Because we hear from our customers all the time that, hey, if we can't provide this in a timely manner, then it is, they will go somewhere else for that item. So we really think that every business that is a distributor manufacturer has a warehouse. It's very important for them to see where their inventory is at any given time. And Joe, so bringing you into the discussion, so what are the blockers and challenges a company faces as they try to increase visibility?
Well, one of the first things I've seen all the time is, knowing what inventory you have on hand and where it's located within the company. First thing you really need to know is what supply chain visibility means to your business. That's the first thing. Once you have a clear vision, a purpose, and how to achieve that, then you start with the customers and their demand, and you work backwards from there to know the scope that can help solve the problem. Okay. The company culture also, the leadership. I've come from a company years ago, and I see this a lot, where the companies, they're working in silos. There's no communication, no collaboration across the different areas, departments, segments of the company. And that lack of information sharing is difficult for anyone to know where to even begin. If you're not talking to purchasing, and purchasing is not talking to manufacturing and sales, I don't even know where to start sometimes. It is very difficult. So that lack of information sharing is very difficult for anyone to know where to begin. You don't know where your products and your services are, and how many times have you heard, let me get back to you, let me get back to you. And you really then have to kind of hang up and start hitting the pavement within your own company to understand who's got what, where is it, and how come it's not where it should be. My customer placed his order. Well, yeah, that's true. I got to go talk to purchasing. Oh, purchasing says, wow, it's been sitting on a truck. I didn't even know that. We forgot to order it. So all that demand, and it's all going to, when you start talking to each other, you're going to improve your performance. And the performance really translates into customer service, bottom line.
I've seen in warehouses before where they have a clipboard hanging up on a cage, right? And somebody is supposed to mark off when they take something, and if that doesn't happen, then no one knows where that item went, right?
Yeah, they took the pen with them for something else. They put it on hand here and they walked away. Yeah. Right. So, also the leadership, the organization chart of the company is very important also. If we don't get it from the top down to fix and repair, we're going nowhere, really.
It's all about processes, right?
Processes, totally. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So we need to have a leader that takes control and delegates, and we do what we need to do. It's amazing sometimes and I hate to say it this way, but sometimes we're in business in spite of ourselves.
Right.
And if it wasn't for all those worker bees doing their best they can for customer service and knowing where things are and bird dogging it, I would never get what I wanted, like you said, from Amazon.
Right. So in your role as a solution architect, you obviously talk to a lot of our customers. How do they identify when visibility is going to be a problem at their company?
Well, sometimes it's so obvious. Sometimes you just sort of walk in there, like I said, you just sort of you're shocked by, they're still in business somehow. Today, today is going to be a new reality. What happened in June of 2019 is not going to be the same as what happened in June of 2021. We're going to have to adapt coming out of this pandemic for the new ways to do things. We have to react differently, more agile, more maybe just in time. We have to listen better. There's a whole bunch of ways to get out there to do this. A recent survey was showing that 30% of the clients feel that they're behind their peers. They're not doing as well as they had. 2/3 of the respondents, saying that they characterize themselves 30% behind other peers in the same market and on performance. And that's sad. The way to increase this is we need some real-time reporting. How many times have you heard we have spreadsheets? We're keeping Microsoft and Excel in business. I am, shocked sometimes on the amount of effort put in by people with the lack of real-time reporting. My opinion is the second it hits paper, printer, Excel spreadsheet, it's out of date.
Right.
And for that split second, it's perfect, but the world is moving. I'm moving. Okay. So we're losing employee productivity through all of this. And that loss of productivity is the lack of customer service. I don't have the answers timely. And my customers sense that when I talk to them. Well, when a customer service rep talks to a customer, the customer's like, yeah, right, okay, you're not telling me something. So there's, we're spending so much time and effort running around, lost time for chasing these answers. We need more efficient use of our time. Manually tracking inventory is time consuming. We've got all these great advances in technology, RFID, barcodes, handheld devices. These are all the great things that are going to make my inventory more visible. It's going to be great for customer service. It's going to update systems. That quick knowledge, accurate information answer related to inventory is priceless. By the way, it also increases productivity. Where I know where things are or are not, I'm able to be more successful in this order fulfillment world over the long term. Ensuring accuracy with this inventory. I came from a company with 38 locations, and it was more like, I think we have 10 in stock. It was sad the way we did things, and this was many years ago. Technology has improved, and if we had these new advances today, that company would be probably still in business. I hate to say they kind of put themselves out. But ensuring the accuracy of that inventory, the visibility is important. When I tell a customer, come on down, I've got it in inventory, or I type a sales order and I see that it says I have X available, that's priceless. The last thing I, as Joe consumer, want to do is go somewhere and show up and drive and get to my client's site, my supplier site, and find out that, we didn't really have that. We haven't done a cycle count in 647 years, so who knows what we really have. Let me go check and see. Not the answer I want to hear as a consumer by any stretch of the imagination. So we need to have current, reconciled, up-to-date inventory to be smarter about replenishment, about manufacturing, about doing whatever we do. What are the positive sides? This leads to great managed inventory. And there's a 4-letter word that I learned many years ago, cost. By doing this, the cost goes down. Sure, the product's still $1, and I sell it for $1.50. Did I really make 50 cents? Not really. All this level of effort that I have to put in, my overall cost was so great that maybe on that 50 cents, I made 22 cents profit. That other 28 cents went into space. And what's the bottom line? A great satisfied customer. My inventory of visibility, knowing where things are, whether it's on my property, on a truck, in another site, inner site, wherever it is, that visibility is priceless for customer service. And bottom line is, I maximize my profits.
Right.
That's
and going back to your point about manual entry, the second someone starts entering stuff in a spreadsheet, there's a chance they're going to get it wrong. And the fact that they're actually doing that is just time that could be spent doing something else that makes the business more profitable.
Yeah, I have better things to do than be a clerical reporting person and manipulating dozens of spreadsheets and emailing them out. Like I said, only to have them obsolete the second I close them.
I think that's where a new ERP system comes into play. So it's what we do for a living, but most of the time we're taking people from manual or a QuickBooks or another legacy platform into this new world. And a couple things I would throw in there as people are considering moving into a new ERP system is, for one thing, choose a system that's been proven. I mean, you don't have to do, while Withum or SWK would love to have you as a customer, do something proven. One of the solutions that's been around a long time that a lot of people have used. I always counsel folks that if some of these industry solutions might be great at one little piece, but then they can't do accounting, or they can't do e-commerce, or they can't do EDI, or whatever, right? So you really have to look at it holistically to see what system is going to fit the business the best, right?
Correct.
And how they can take your processes and automate them. Anything you'd like to add on that?
I think the partner potentially also.
Right.
I can go to different grocery stores and buy a can of peas, but sometimes the partner adds the additional level of customer satisfaction, service, the knowledge of the industry that I may be in. So it's not only the software, but I think the partner adds a ton also would add a ton to my decision. I don't want to deal with somebody that's like, you make what? Wow, I've never done that before. You really? I never heard that. Wow, that's not who I want to partner with. I don't want the shock and awe of a partner that's like, well, you're the first, so let's see how this goes. No. I want a partner. The solution's very, very important, but I think the partner is right up there with it as well. Yes.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're the partner's the one implementing the solution. At the end of the day, me being a sales guy, you can like me all you want, but I'm not the one that's going to implement the software for you. Yes. So I do think it's a good point that you need to meet, ask to meet people that are going to be involved in the project and make sure you feel comfortable that they understand what you do and how you do it, and that you're confident that they can take you to that next level. So
there's that industry, if I'm in pharmaceuticals, I don't want a guy that makes bicycles consulting.
That's right.
I'm sure there's some federal regulations about bicycles, but that's not going to help me in the pharmaceutical world. I do need to get somebody that walks and talks the language of what I'm manufacturing, producing.
So kind of getting towards wrapping things up, getting more specific, can we talk a little bit about specifically how the warehouse management solution within an ERP will help us get to that visibility standpoint?
The efficiency of it, like I said, the RFIDs and the barcodes, those, that's something that, most of us grew up with that we take for granted today. We don't realize it. The accuracy of that. I remember, again, years ago when I started off in, the industry, we were doing manual counts, manually writing down part numbers, etc., doing all this stuff manually. And the accuracy just was not there. Today, and we didn't have the time, it's very time consuming. Today, with the new advances in, WMS systems about, being able to pick, pack, and ship and create bill of ladings and all the documentation, that's fast, efficient. So these WMS systems today are just really making the life and the accuracy of the inventory priceless. Keeping a very happy customer along the way, by the way. Again, those devices, like I said, a cycle count, come on down, I've got it. Well, if you haven't cycle counted anything for X number of days, weeks, months, there's no excuse with some of the new WMS systems to manage it. You know pretty much instantly what's happening and not happening within your business within seconds. Not minutes or hours, it's literally split seconds. So
Right.
their integration into the ERP system is priceless for that. It all
Well-
translates to customer service and bottom line profits in the long run.
Well, thanks, Joe. And, you know, I
Certainly.
think I think we covered pretty well, you know, why inventory visibility is important, and you
Right.
know, there's an answer if you're struggling with it, and we'll leave it there.
Certainly. Thank you, John.
Thanks, Joe and John, for joining us.
Yes, ma'am.
And thank you for watching Take Me to the Cloud.